It adds to the style for the website, sir.
Styles for the website. Okay. Let me add some points on this one. So JavaScript, it's nothing but it's a scripting language, as said. So it is basically developed to make your website dynamic. What do you know about dynamic and static? So
Uh,
static,
Static is like a constant web page. It doesn't change anything. It's like the same thing. Dynamic means it changes what we want, what we can choose to the page.
perfect. So static is something which we have done till yesterday. Like we have developed a web page in which we have tried to we have developed a page like this. So this is nothing but a static page. In this, whoever is viewing this page, they are able to view only. So when the internet is started emerging in the market, what happened in the earlier days when you go with 1990s, if someone wants to know about the Usmania University or JNTU University, just what they will do is they will log in into the specific website, and in 90s the website will be having only images, so they will be seeing the campus and they will be reading the details and they feel very much happy. But after that, as the internet has grown slowly, as Java has made it the internet web as more popular by developing its own technology with the lightweight components, so this websites has been randomly started moving from static to dynamic. So the dynamic means where you will be providing some input and you will be getting the response as an output. Let me take an example like results is the best example for the dynamic website where you will be entering the hall ticket number. For every student, there will be one hall ticket number. Based on the hall ticket number, you are fetching the result. So giving an input and getting the output. So that is an example of the dynamic. All e-commerce application and many more things comes under the dynamic. Any website which takes input and gives a different output is known as dynamic. So in order to make the things as dynamic, the scripting language has been existed. So what is another usage of this one? So when you study about the history of JavaScript, how the JavaScript has been existed, JavaScript was earlier known as LiveScript. It is developed by the Netscape. Netscape is a type of browser which was used in the earlier days. So still many of them use it. Like hello, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
As it is saying Muhammad Younus has left, so I am just wondering whether the meeting was stopped. No problem. So we are recording as well, right? Yeah, good to see. We are recording also. So later, this Netscape people have given the name of the scripting language as JavaScript. So it has multiple usages. The one usage is for making a website dynamic. Another usage is for the controlling of fields, controlling or validating a field. For example, user is trying to enter the email ID. So email ID will be having at the rate symbol and then domain name .com or .in, then it will be. So verifying whether it is having this or not. Another thing like the entered phone number is have it's a 10 digit or 12 digit phone number or not based on the country specific. So these things all validation, making a fields to be mandatory entered, All these things we can do by using a scripting language. In order to make a website beautiful, in order to give a long run for your website, you need to go for the scripting language. I might have explained you the difference between the web designing and developing. So web designing is nothing but a static website, and this is nothing but dynamic website. So it takes input and respond the output. The people who develop a dynamic website is known as web developer, and people who develop static websites are known as web designer. So Java, just like styles, CSS we have written in style. In the same way, for the script you have to write in script tag. Let's start something with this. You will be very much clear about it. Let me start. We have HTML here. We have body in this one and close of body. So let me do something like I'm going to add a button here. So input type equal to button or submit anything. BUTTON button value equal to oh, please click. I'm saving this and I'm running this. So I got a button over here. Now what I'm going to do is I want to perform some event on that button. So for that purpose we have to write some JavaScript code. Performing an event, like when I click on this something should happen. This is known as event. So here you have a head tag script. If you want you can write it like this, type equal to text by JavaScript. If you don't write also, it doesn't matter. It will be by default as text by JavaScript here. Now, so let me save this. When I'm clicking on this, nothing is happening because we have not written any function. Now the functions will come into picture. So the question raised over here is, what is meant by function? Can you please tell me what is the meaning of function?
An event which has to be occurred.
Okay, an event which has to be occurred. Any other answer? You are very near to the answer. Function is an event. Okay, event, correct. That is also correct. So if you go with the programmatic perspective, the function is nothing but a block of code. When I say block of code means a code with respective to a code which is written within a block is known as block of code. So function is having a syntax in JavaScript. Function, function name. and this is nothing but a block. So block will be represented in between this parenthesis. So this is a function here. So let me write one function. Function. Function name is nothing but I'm saying as greet world, and this is nothing but a block. What this block will be having? This block will be having your own code. Whatever you want to do, you will be writing your business logic. Business logic will be there. So business logic means your own logic. Let me save this. Let me refresh. So when I'm clicking over here still, nothing is happening. Nothing to worry. It will happen. It event is occurring, but event is not getting captured. In rough way, I can say like this. Function is existing, but function is not getting called. So you need to call a function. So how to call a function in JavaScript? By using a on click. On click function name greet world semicolon. So this is nothing but a code which is used for calling a function. So this function will get called. How that function will be calling? By using a following line of statement. Okay, and let me save it. Let me refresh. So I'm clicking over here, but nothing is happening. Why? Because I'm calling a function, but I'm not doing anything. Let's do something. So there are several ways to do over here. Document.write. So what I'm trying to do is I'm sorry. I'm trying to display some code on screen. So let me run it. So you can see that something has been happened. What happened? A code has been displayed on screen. So when you are clicking over here, some action is getting performed. So this is nothing but event, and this is nothing but event listener. So document.write is used for writing a text on screen. It's nothing but your HTML code only. You can provide some headings over here. You can do whatever you want. Okay. So document.write is a one way. What is another way? Another way is alert. So what is the difference between that and this? You will come to know now. So when I'm clicking over here, you are getting some pop-up here. So this pop-up message is nothing but alert. And you are displaying a context or content on pop-up. So let me summarize what we have seen. We have learned about, I'm sorry, yeah, we have learned about a basic usage of the JavaScript. So JavaScript code will be always written within the script tags. This is nothing but a script tag. And a good place to write a JavaScript is within the head tag. If you want, you can write the JavaScript inside the body also. Let me close the head here. Let me open body here. Now this code is under the body. Let me refresh. The same will appear over here. Okay. So anywhere you can write. You can write at the last, you can write at the beginning. So anyway, but which is a feasible way over here, which is a preferred way over here, writing a script line code inside a head tag. Okay, so writing a script code inside a head tag is a preferred one. So let me show you the output. Here we go. So let's proceed further now. In this further case, we have learned how to call a function. Now we are going to learn about a data types in JavaScript. So what are the different types of data types we have? Different types of data types which are supported in JavaScript are string, boolean, and number. So string is nothing but sequence of characters enclosed in a double quote. So in JavaScript, double quotes and single quotes are equal. It doesn't matter you are using a double quote or single quote. For example, just now you have written a function. In this function you have written greet world, and in this greet world you have called alert. So in this alert you have written hello world. Correct? So now you are displaying hello. So you have enclosed in a double quote. If you want, you can enclose in a single quote also. So in this way. So we were discussing about the string. String is nothing but a sequence of characters or a collection of characters which are enclosed in a single quote or enclosed in a double quote. What are the another data type which is supported? Number. Number 3.2. This is known as a floating number or a decimal number. So in JavaScript, if you specify a simple integer number also, that will be considered as a decimal number only. It will return you 3.0. So there is nothing so called float in JavaScript. We have number. So by default it will be holding a decimal in this one. So writing 3 or 3 point, sorry, 3.0 is one and the same. And another one is boolean. Boolean is something which is like true or false. So these three are the data types supported in the JavaScript. Now assigning a values to the variable. In order to understand this thing, you should know what you know about what is the meaning of variable. A name given to a specific value is known as variable. For example, we have attendees, Sweta and Leela. So this is nothing but a value, and this is nothing but a name. So name given to a value is known as variable. In the same way, ID is there. Student ID 1, 2, 3. So this is nothing but ID. This representation of ID is nothing but a variable. So if there is no variable, there won't be any value. So if there are no students in the college, there won't be any student ID also in the college. So this is what assigning values to the variable. So let's assign. So here we will be assigning values by using a var. So in Java we have int, float, long, double, all this. In the same way, here we have var. For example, var.
Sir, we couldn't hear you, sir.
Are you able to hear me now?
No, sir, it's so low.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it fine now?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, what I was saying is, variable declaration will be done with respect to the data type, that is nothing but var. And here, this var is capable of accepting all types of input. It can accept integer, it can accept, let me give a proper name, id, name, and it can accept mm, boolean. So how to display the values of the variable? So we need to display the values of the variable in this way. So let me remove this. So id value, name value, present value. So in this way, we have to assign a values to the variable and we have to display those values on screen. So by using plus, we will be displaying those values on screen. If you want to display only, here we are displaying a description as well as value.
We couldn't hear you, sir.
Oh, here we can display this description as well as value. If you want to display only value, so we have to just place it in this way. So if you want to display with some text, then you should use plus over there. So here you can see the difference. With text means the text will be enclosed in a double quote and then plus, this is known as concatenation, and then variable. So let me come back to the screen. So you can see only value is getting displayed now. The same value you can display on the screen by using document.write. So what is the difference between that alert and document.write? Alert will be popping on screen and document.write will erase the existing screen and write some input on that screen. Okay, now, so is it clear up to here?
Yes, sir.
Let's proceed further now. Let's study in detail about function. So there are two types of function: zero argument function and Argument function. Argument. First of all, let me write down functions are of two types. So one is zero argument function and argument function. Let me write down the syntax for that. Function with function name. This is known as zero argument. Function name. So here we go. Arguments are nothing but the parameters placed between this bracket. It's known as argument. Guys, are you able to hear me? Parameters placed within this bracket is known as argument. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, are you people able to hear me?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. So I was just talking about the argument of a function. So we have a zero argument function and n arguments function. N arguments means it can be one argument, two argument, or any type of argument. So arguments are nothing but values which are enclosed between this parenthesis are known as argument. So zero argument means here you can see that there are no values placed here. Here we have placed some values. So the syntax will be like this. For every time, if you want to initialize anything or declare anything, we have to use var, variable declaration, where we have to use for that case. So we have seen the example of the zero argument function by calling greet with zero parameters. Now we will call the same greet with one or two parameters, like here I'm going to call with hello or good morning India. So how many parameters we are passing from this greet? We are passing one parameter from here. So parameters will be differentiated in terms of comma. No comma means one parameter. So variable, any name you can specify. So here you have to use greet. So how it calls? It will be calling this greet to this greet, and the values which you have specified in this greet with the variable greet will be placed over here, and you are using alert to display it. So here you can see that greet world is a function which we are calling from here. One parameter, so one variable. Okay. So when you are using, click here. Let me check. Greet world. Hmm. Just like we can debug this greet is Greet world is not defined. Greet world. Type text. Good morning, India. So it is saying it is not defined. Let me check. So this is getting called. Let me take an integer. String is not working. Let me check that why it is not working. So here I'm taking integer as if now, and I'm placing that integer in A and trying to display that integer. Yeah. Now let me go with greet world. So already you are using double quotes over here. So when you wrap this with double quotes, then inside you should use a single quote. Why means this quotes will be a declaration of the beginning and ending. If you define this over here with the double quote, you can see that you can feel a difference. It is treating like the function is from here to here only. So whenever you use double quotes outside, then inside you should wrap with the single quote. This rule you have to remember. Let me check that greet world is coming or not. Yeah, you can see that greet world is coming over there. So this is known as calling a function with argument. So one argument, so one value. If you have two arguments, let me place one more argument here. So here, good morning is one argument, India is another argument. So here you have two arguments, so you should go with two variables, a comma b. So here I'm going to display the another variable. So two values, a will be good morning and b will be India. Good morning, India. So if you want, you can display first b and then a. The values are stored in the variable. So now, what will be the output now?
India, good morning.
Yeah, first India will come and then good morning will come. Okay, another point which is noted here. If you want to display two values in a single alert, then use A plus B. Let me check now. So, good morning and India. If you want to provide some spacing between these two variables, then you have to go in this way. Double quotes, space, again plus. So this two plus are used. So this is what a syntax we have. So in this way, you can see that good morning, space and India. Okay. So whenever you are giving a name to the variable, like variable pi equal to 3.14, and you are trying to display the pi value 3.14 you are displaying. So whenever you, so pi is nothing but a name of the variable. You have to take care of some keywords in JavaScript. So these are the keywords. You should not use these keywords for that case. So if you want, you can just pause the video and look at these keywords. And if you want in detail, so better you please Google this one. You will come to know about the keywords. So what is keyword? Keywords are nothing but a reserved words whose meaning has been reserved internally by the compiler, by the search engine, by the optimization engine, or whatever it might be. So here we have a browser engine in this case. So these words are already reserved by this browser. So another point you can consider, like now there is good morning. So good morning means it's a morning time, so it is good morning. So it's a fixed meaning over there. So you can't alter that one. If someone says good evening, it doesn't make any sense over there. So in the same way, keyword means it's whose meaning is already fixed. But here pi or else a. Here this a value is not fixed. So this is known as variable declaration. Okay? But the keywords are fixed and non-keywords can be altered. So this is a point, and for example, here good morning is going to be stored in a, and what I'm doing then, I'm storing 22 in a. Can you tell me what here alert will display? It will display good morning or 22.
22, sir.
Okay, so what about another answer? I got only one answer. The two people are there. Both of you support the same answer.
We can't hear you, sir.
I mean to say that you both of you support the same answer. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. So you are absolutely right. It is getting displayed as 22 over here. How this value got overridden here? You people are aware
Yes.
about Java, so it's quite easy for you to learn about the JavaScript and all. A person who knows Java, Java is a king in the market. If you know king, then you can learn childs very easily. The scripting language will be nothing for you. Here also you will be learning about the control structures: if, else if, switch, while loop, for loop, do while loop, switch, switch case. All these things will come in JavaScript as well. So it's good to hear. But as the video is getting recorded and this will be followed by the other students also, I'm not sure that they are sound in the subject of Java. But for them, for their sake also, I have to go from the ground level. So here finally A got overridden. Now let us learn something about the conditional statement. What is the meaning of conditional statement? A statement which runs on condition is known as.
Assigning any condition.
Correct, correct. Finding a condition, executing based on the condition is known as conditional statement. A statement which runs on condition is called as conditional statement. So there are basically four types of conditional statement. Can you please list them? Hello. So we have if condition, if else,
If, for, while,
hmm we have
do, while.
else if and switch. So these are nothing but four conditional statements. So in the same way we have something so called iterative or iterative statement. So in this we have for loop, while loop, do while, and finally it goes with the nested loop. So here these are the different things we have. So let me finish the conditional statement. If time permits, we will start the iterative statement as well. So conditional statements are the statement which runs on condition. So there are four types: if else if, and switch. So let's deal with if. So whenever you want to run something on condition, for example, let me take some scenarios here so that the things will be more clear to you. I'm removing this argument from here as well. So greet world I'm giving here. If so, in this greet world, I'm giving USA. So I'm going to pop a message here. Hello, USA. Hello, Canada. Hello, India. Or else, let me replace this hello with welcome to. Welcome to USA, welcome to Canada, and welcome to India. Okay, and here I'm going to store a value so that it will be displayed dynamically. So now A means if it is USA, then it will display USA, and if it is Canada, it will display Canada. Let me write down over here USA.
Yes, screen has been paused. I think so, so we couldn't see anything.
Oh, is it? Let me change the network. Network might be causing a problem to you. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
So let me summarize what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is so I'm going to greet I'm going to call a function greet world. In this function, what I'm doing is I'm having a variable and which is holding a value, and I'm going to call three different countries. One is India, Canada, and USA. Let me put India at the top level. Yeah. So when I click over here, if I write USA, then only welcome to USA should pop. If I write Canada, then only Canada should pop. If I write India, then only India should pop. So that is a requirement. So I clicked over there. I got welcome to India, I got welcome to USA, and welcome to Canada. So here the business logic is getting failed. In which manner? What I said you, if I write USA, then only USA should come over here. But it is coming as India, USA, and Canada. In order to support this, we have a concept of conditional statement. So conditional statement will be followed with if. If A, let me make this A, give a proper name for this country, because this is going to store a value of this one. if country equals to COUNTRY USA, then it should display. Now let me refresh so you can see that country 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 equals to USA. Mm, this string is not getting stored here. Let me display country. Let me check the console. It is saying something. Closing is not there. So let me. Oh, here we go. One extra closing we have. So using developer tool, you can check the errors also for JavaScript. Yeah, it's working. Oh, enough. So what is happening? So let me come back over here. So what was the error? There was a closing over here. Here itself opening and here itself closing was there. So I removed that one. So this opening is followed with the closing of this one. So when I'm executing this function, what is happening is again I'm getting welcome to India, welcome to USA, and welcome to Canada. So I don't want in this fashion. So I want only USA means it should come only for this line. If I say India here, then it should come only for this line. For that purpose, we have to write multiple if condition. USA. So here we go with country equals to Canada. And let me close this. Number of openings and number of closings should be equal. Yeah. And here we go. INDIA. I put India also in capital. Yeah. So let me refresh. So India, welcome to India. It's coming. So country double equals to USA. You are sending welcome to USA. So now you can feel the difference. Earlier you were getting three alerts on the screen. Now you are getting only one alert. What is the reason? You have controlled the structure of your program. So how you have controlled? By using a control structure. So when you are passing USA, this USA is getting stored in this country variable, and this country variable is checking whether it is equal to USA. So this is not equal, so it is skipping this one. It is coming over here, it is verifying it. Yes, these two are equal, so it is displaying welcome to USA. And then it is coming again over here, it will verify, and these two are not equal, so this is not getting display. So let me change the value. INDIA. Can someone what will tell me what will be the output for this case?
It will be India.
Welcome to India it will be. Okay. Now I'm going to explain a very important thing which is known as debugging. This is a very important concept. Majority of them, even the developers also don't know about this one, because developers very rarely come across this client side coding, so they will be weak in terms of this scripting and all. When I'm saying developer, I mean to say that a backend developers like Java, .NET, PHP and all. So what I did first, I clicked on source and went to my HTML file. Now, so here you can see that my entire code is getting displayed from top to bottom here. Are you able to see it?
Mhm.
Next, what I'm doing is I'm double clicking it. When you double click, it will add a breakpoint over there. Okay, breakpoint, breakpoint. So these are nothing but breakpoints. So what is the use of this breakpoint? Breakpoint is used for controlling a flow. The one way you have control from the programming. The second way you are going to control it from browser. So it will stop the flow at particular point. I'm going to reload it now. You can see when I'm clicking over here, the flow is getting stopped over here. Once the flow is stopped, you can check the values. Country is India. You can just place a cursor and you can check. You can check up to where? Up to the flow. Below that, it will means if you have assigned some other variable. Anyhow, country is assigned over here. So everywhere you can see for the country. If you have some other variable inside, then you can't see. So in short, the flow is used for this debug points are used for controlling a flow of the program. Okay. Now, so you can see that how the conditions are getting checked. Here we have given country. Country is India. It will check the condition here. F10 for next line. So India equals to India. I'm just removing the other breakpoints. If you press F10, it goes to the next line. Condition is true, it goes inside. Once again F10. So here you have written alert. So it will complete there and come to the next point. Here also it will check the condition. So condition is true or false. So at line number 9, a country value is India. India equals to USA. Is it true or false? I'm not able to hear you.
False.
Yeah. So here India equals to India is true. So it gone inside this block. Now India equal to USA is false. So it will not go inside. If you press F10, remember guys, F10. So it is not going inside. Because of that, this alert is not displayed. In the same way, once again if you press F10, this condition is also false because India equals to Canada is false. So it will come out from the loop now. So this is the last line. After once you press F10, it will come out from there. So this is what debugging. So debugging is very, very important. So debugging point you have to place at the beginning or wherever you want. You can place it. If you want to place over here, it doesn't matter. So debugging will stop the flow of the program. And today we have seen something about if. Tomorrow we'll see about some more about the conditional, and then we will be learning about some iterative, and then we will be moving for predefined functions of JavaScript. Just like on click, we have many more functions defined over there, like key press. If the user press the key, then some action should be happened, like converting a small letter to the capital letter. In many websites, you will see like if you type small letter, it will be converted automatically to the capital letter. So that is nothing but key press function. And in the same way, blur. Blur is nothing but when you press a tab for moving from one place, one button to another button. So for that, we have some other function. So there are many more lot of things coming next to this. No worries, you're still here. We will be seeing each of them one after the other. So I'm done with the session. If you have any questions, you can stay on the call. If you don't have, you can drop off. But one important thing, once again, I'm saying you practice this program. There is nothing much I do understand, but at least learn how to debug. Because tomorrow, when you go in the company, they will not give you to write the code directly. They will start your career with bugs. They will assign you the bugs. For example, why it is not coming, why it is not going. If you're strong in debugging, then you can quickly fix that bug and you can prove yourself in front of your leads. Okay, fine. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
So I will be dropping this video in the shared location. If you want, you can watch it once again.
Thank you.
Thank you.